Yo, hey, yeah, hey, I'm not wearing a jacket. Oh well, I won't wear the jacket today. Kevin Owens is here. Johnny North is here. I'm
Yep.
here. Sorry we're late, everybody. I know people were waiting for this, right? You were like really getting antsy. You're like, come on, man, we gotta get this thing going.
Just goes to show. Maybe you should say like 12 and change. I guess all the time because it's really never noon.
Yeah, no, it's never exactly noon when we come on, but it's usually around this time we come on Friday afternoon. So if you're listening to this on the podcast version only and you're wondering when we do this show live on YouTube, it's around Fridays at noon, but it's about 12:30 now.
About
We're about
5:30 for Wally.
5:30 p.m. for Wally, right?
Yeah.
And for our boy Andy, who's like missing in action.
Yeah. We don't know where Randy went to. He deleted all his social medias.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. I hope he's all right. He said he was going through some tough times. Last I heard, and if there's anything we can do, Andy, reach out, man. Just email me, Dave@ringsidereport.net. Dave@ringsidereport.net. Just email me, Andy. Let me know you're all right. Because Andy's like one of our day one guys, day one ish.
Yeah.
He's been around since the beginning of Wrestling Uncensored. Our boy out in England, we haven't heard from him. He deleted his Twitter, deleted his Facebook. It's kind of mysterious. So I hope you're doing all right, Andy. Because we like you. You're part of the Wrestling Uncensored family.
It's very shocking how he just disappeared. I don't want to fear the worst, but the longer this goes, the more I worry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a bit worried. So Andy, we're sending out like an alert. If you know where Andy is, or you know Andy in England, let us know how he's doing, where he's at. We miss you, Andy. We want you around, man. We like talking to you during wrestling shows. I miss Andy.
Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well.
And see Robert Kloos, who sends us a lot of stuff. The Abe Simpson guy on Twitter. You know what I'm talking about?
He was waiting very patiently for the show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. And he says fingers crossed for Andy. He's like, what the hell? Still, Andy is not has not resurfaced. No, I haven't heard from Andy. It's kind of weird. Um, we have stuff to talk about. You want to talk about 90 Day Fiance, John? I know you watched the show again because you like it. I never told you had to watch the show. Of course, the Wrestling Uncensored universe has spoken. They said we want to hear Johnny North talk about 90 Day Fiance. Well, they mostly wanted to hear me give my thoughts on 90 Day Fiance, and now like you're in on it. You're down, and I think you like it. You like 90 Day Fiance.
I don't mind it. It's better than Total Bellas, but that's not saying much. And if people want me to watch it, I'll give it a shot. This week was not very good. If this was my first introduction to 90 Day Fiance, I would never watch it again. It was very bad, I think, from start to finish.
I thought this week's episode was really good. You had the whole thing with Azin and Nicole, where Azin, there were some like voice messages where he was talking about kissing other ladies, and Nicole found out about it, and she was like, "I'm still going to Morocco. I'm still going." That was ridiculous. That was crazy. And Ramon, there was a Ramon sighting. Ramon had like a weird dinner, I guess, with George and Anfisa. Even though George and Anfisa didn't eat at all. I don't know if you noticed. They're just drinking water, and Ramon's like having a full burger. He's like just going to town. And Ramon is the rapper Cassius, we found out this week. We didn't find out on 90 Day Fiance. I found out on, other things like the 90 Day Fiance Reddit that I go to.
Okay.
And this guy Cassius was on a song with like Eminem and 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks like 13 years ago.
And he's friends with George.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was on a song with 50 Cent and Eminem like a long time ago. It's not like he was on a lot of songs with them. So now he's got to be on 90 Day Fiance. Sometimes things work that way. but he's still making music. Some guy who like produces for him reached out to me on Twitter. He's like, "Hey man, check out Cash's music. Ramon is still doing it." I was like, "All right, cool, man. I guess."
Wow.
But I like Ramon on the show. I think I like Ramon more than I like Cassius. I think I want to see more Ramon. Rob Cluse says, "Don't do it, Johnny. Stay strong, brother. He doesn't want you watching 90 Day Fiancé." And Antoinette says, 90 Day Fiancé was good this week, and Nicole is blind. I agree with you on both fronts, Antoinette.
We need more Robs in the world, I think.
Sasha Lagarde says he can't get in on this bandwagon. He's not
right, yeah.
he's not
Yes.
going on the 90 Day Fiancé train. Why are you cheering that on? You are in on the 90 Day Fiancé train. You're part of it. Why are you cheering on somebody who's not part of it?
No, because the universe wanted me to, right? But now the universe is turning.
Oh, the
Thankfully.
universe is revolting against your 90 Day Fiancé run.
It's great.
It's not the gimmick they want you running. That's my gimmick, I guess.
Man, the show is so long, especially when it's not good, and it was not good this week. Ramon is way too over the top. His facials are just ridiculous.
Antoinette says Ramon was baked.
Yeah, possibly.
Ramon had a joint behind his ear. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I can't believe they allow that on American television. Of course, Canadian television will be alright because we're legalizing weed October 17th.
Yeah, I can tell how proud you are in your voice.
It's kind of cool. We're legalizing weed October 17th all across Canada. Weed will be legal. It's kind of crazy. Us and Uruguay, I think, are the only two countries in the world that are doing this.
It's still going to be controlled by the government, though. You can't just go out and buy it wherever.
That's what it seems like, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Wally says I have to watch 50 Shades this weekend. It was part of the deal. I don't think it was part of the deal. It was a different deal, wasn't it?
You watched 13 Reasons Why,
Yeah.
so that was fine.
That was enough. I watched enough of that 13 Reasons Why. I still never finished the second season, and I never will.
That's fine.
Never, ever will watch 13 Reasons Why again.
It's really television. Television needs to improve. There's not a lot of good shows on right now, unfortunately.
I was watching the new Arrested Development on Netflix.
More bad television.
It's alright. You don't like Arrested Development?
It's not funny.
You never watched the original seasons?
Not
The
great.
original stuff was good. You didn't like that?
Nope.
Alright. I did. The new stuff is not as good, but it's alright. I haven't finished the first season yet, though. I'm not... Which, I think it... Like, I enjoy it when I watch it, but I feel like if I really needed to watch all of it, I would have seen it all already, you know? Like, when a new season of Trailer Park Boys comes out, I watch that in, like, 2 days.
Well, that's an event in itself when that happens, of course.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the new Jurassic World movie that came out. Comes out today. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Fantastic. First 10 minutes, very boring. Just a bunch of storytelling, but after 10 minutes, it's practically action all the way to the end. Better than the first one. The first one was really good, too.
The first Jurassic Park?
Jurassic World, like this is Jurassic World's kind of like a reboot, like they're redoing the series again.
Yeah, with the guy from Parks and Rec. Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see the first one?
No.
First Jurassic. Have you seen any of the Jurassic Parks?
Yeah, like bits and pieces, but I'm not big on that.
I enjoyed seeing dinosaurs rip each other apart, rip humans apart. Very enjoyable.
I'm not big on action movies, in general.
You watched Expendables? Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I watched it, but it's not a genre of movie that I go out of my way to see. Like superhero movies, action movies, dinosaur movies, monster movies. I'm not that into it.
That's all The Rock does now. It's just action stuff.
Yeah, and I don't see The Rock's movies.
Oh, can't wait for Skyscraper.
I'm not excited about that. I don't care.
But he'll watch John Cena, though, of course.
I watch him on Total Bellas.
Of course.
We have Total Bellas questions.
Not a good episode again this week.
Wait a second. Before we get to the Total Bellas questions, Andy has just checked in.
Hey, Andy.
Andy in England.
Awesome.
Andy, we were just talking about you. I don't know. Maybe you can rewind to the beginning of this. I don't know if you were watching. We were like, man, where's Andy? He deleted his Facebook. He deleted his Twitter. We didn't know where you were.
Instagram.
We were worried about you. He
deleted his Instagram, yeah.
But he's still on YouTube. Andy, we're glad to see you and hear from you. Is everything okay? Are you all right?
I hope this is Andy and not someone took over Andy.
He says he's here. How the hell are we? We're very good. How are you, Andy? How are you?
That you're here. That's
yeah.
for sure.
And, like, you don't have to say why you deleted your Facebook or Twitter, but, like...
I just hope you're okay.
Yeah, you don't,
going on.
you don't have to say in the YouTube chat why you deleted all your social media. I kind of want to know. I mean, I hope you're all right.
That's the important part.
Oh, he says he's all good. He never misses a show. It's a long story, but he's okay. Okay, good. That's all we need to know.
It's great. Yeah, I was worried. I was very worried. Very concerned.
Yeah. All right, good. Man, that's good. We sent out the alert, and there's Andy. Boom. Checking in. I'm happy about that. The relief, you know?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, Wally went missing for a little while. Now Andy went missing. I can't handle it. Don't go missing on me, guys. Okay? Nobody go missing on me. You guys stick around. I don't want you disappearing. You too, John. You went missing on me for a couple days.
I don't believe I missed a episode since I've replaced Jeremy, actually.
No, well, that's true. You've never missed a show. But, like, you didn't tweet about SmackDown for a day, and I was like, where's Johnny?
Yeah, one day. 24 hours. Wow, it's the end of the world.
And Andy says, the power of the Jedi, I knew to log on. Now, I kind of get that reference, but I've never seen a Star Wars movie, so I don't fully get it.
Return of the Jedi was a great movie.
And Wally says, Andy, we have to check in every 24 hours. That's right, you check in with us
Apparently,
every 24 hours. Let me know you're okay.
The Dave Simon alert goes off if you don't.
Well, when somebody deletes all their social media. And Wally, too. Wally was like, hey, I'm going off internet for a while. If you need to reach me, call me on the phone. I was like, oh, where'd he go? You know? I'm getting snaps, too. You see that? Getting a snap.
You got a snap on YouTube? That's amazing.
Well, no, it's just the YouTube is coming from the thing, and I get a snap, and I get an alert. You know, there's a social media flying all over the place. Follow me on Snapchat, Dave Simon MMA. By the way, if you don't have me on Snapchat, snap me up, Dave Simon MMA. Sometimes I post wrestling things. Mostly it's just me with funny faces. You don't have Snapchat.
I have Instagram, at Genesis Johnny North.
I'm going to get an Instagram, too. Robert Clue says everything after Empire Strikes Back was and has been complete garbage. Is that true?
I thought Return of the Jedi was a lot of fun. You didn't like Return of the Jedi? What was wrong with that?
Me?
I'm talking to Rob.
Oh. Rob says, what the hell is Snapchat? It's a thing. You know, it's a thing.
It's Dave Simon thing, so caution.
And Andy says he's going to watch the show later. He just wanted to jump on and say he's still alive. Much love to everybody. Much love to you, Andy.
Yes.
Glad you're still alive, man. Antoinette says, what was my Snapchat? At Dave Simon MMA. It's very simple. All the things are Dave Simon MMA. Twitter, Snapchat, and when I get an Instagram, hopefully Dave Simon MMA is not taken. Don't go out and take it now and like try to hold me ransom, because I'll just do a different name. I don't care.
There is a lot of Dave Simons in the world, though.
But I'm the only one that matters. Well, me and the guy that created The Wire, that is a pretty good show. I like The Wire. So he matters, too.
Disagree, but okay. Not disagree with the fact that, yeah, you are the most important Dave Simon. I agree with that.
Number one. But you disagree that The Wire was a good show?
Yeah, I disagree.
Who says The Wire wasn't a good show? Who doesn't like The Wire? Man. Shocked. You are shocking me left and right this week, John. From your stance, from your political stance, to your stance on 90 Day Fiancé, right to your stance on John Cena. Let's get to that.
Total Bellas? All right.
Total Bellas. We have questions about Total Bellas.
We got a lot of questions this week.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions. I'm missing some of the questions on YouTube because there's a lot of them. Antoinette had a question about Total Bellas. John Big Secret. Who knows his chances of having a baby now? Yeah, we got to talk about John Cena and his vasectomy and the reverse vasectomy surgery that he's going to have. I saying that right? Vasectomy? Sounds weird.
No, I think you're saying it right.
Yeah, so John Cena and Nikki Bella had a big meeting, had a big date, big
Yeah.
reconciliation where they got back together, and Cena says to Nikki, Nikki's like, I just want to be a mom, and then Cena's like, well, I will make the sacrifice. I will give you a Cena child. And Nikki's like, oh, John, you're going to be such a good dad. And Cena's like, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it at all. I didn't like Cena in that moment. You thought Cena was like being a good guy there, right? You think Cena's making a
He
sacrifice.
gave her what she wanted. What she always wanted. And what he told her from the start wasn't going to happen, but he finally decided to give in.
To give in. To make the sacrifice. Imagine being that child and seeing your dad one day on TV saying that you are a sacrifice, that he's just allowing your mother to have you because he doesn't want you. Is that really the environment you want to bring a kid into?
Do you really want
To a father that doesn't want him?
I question bringing a kid into the world and there's a bunch of cameras in their face all the time. And there's millions of people watching them every week.
Don't you dare question Daniel Bryan. How dare you? Are you making a slight at Daniel Bryan? Was that a knock? Was that a subtle jab? No, not on this show. We do not question anything Daniel Bryan does on this show. On this show, Daniel Bryan is Ichiban.
Except the man bun they did this week.
Oh, he looked great. He looked fantastic.
Never on WWE television, please.
Best part of Total Bellas, though, was the beginning when Johnny Ace was on a skateboard and there was dynamic dudes references. Pretty sweet.
It was awesome that he was great and Nikki kept falling. That was fun.
Could you believe that Johnny Ace is still like pretty good on a skateboard? That was the best part. He's actually like he can skateboard, Johnny Ace, because he was a dynamic dude in WCW where he came to the ring on a skateboard. Him and Shane Douglas, right?
I believe so, but they botched it. They said like Nikki or Bree said, "Oh, in WWE he was this," but no, that was WCW.
Did Nikki say WWE?
WWE.
Did Johnny Ace ever wrestle in WWE?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Unbelievable. People are adding each other on Snapchat here on the... Like, there's questions coming on the YouTube chat, but there's also, like, the people talking to each other. Sasha and Wally and Antoinette, they're all talking to each other, adding each other on Snapchat.
Fantastic. Great.
Antoinette says, it might not happen. Poor guy making a sacrifice for her does not sound like he even wants a kid, and will eventually know that they're just not happy together, and it's not about a baby. Yeah, and that's what it seemed like on the coming up on Total Bellas. Like, Nikki seems like she's not that happy with Cena, and it might not work out in the end.
Just sounds like she's never happy. There's always a problem. All the autograph signings are hard. Oh, it's hard to drive around, have an assistant. Such a hard life.
I don't see her complaining that much. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was she not complaining this week about how, like, she had to go to the autograph signing all by herself? It was so tough. And she did not say it was like, oh, this is so difficult to do. Hanging out with her fans that paid to see her. Rough life.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What did you watch?
What did you watch?
It's clearly what she said.
So you're happy with this? You're happy with what Cena did there?
They're still together, right? They're not broken up now?
Maybe. Who knows?
Isn't this what she wanted? A kid, after all? She's getting what she wanted, so...
Robert asking, Nikki Bella has an assistant? Yeah, it seems like the Bella twins have an assistant.
Yeah, Claire's pretty hot. No doubt about that. Like, if Cena's cheat on Nikki, like, definitely with Claire. Without question.
Where is this coming from?
I think that'd be a great twist in the show if that's what happens.
Alright. Okay.
Well, it'd just be great if the show was like that. Nice little twist. It's better than the Carmella twist. The Carmella twist, I don't agree with that so much.
Well,
He's dying over here, by the way.
Wally's saying brill, Johnny. I think that means brilliant. I'm also supposed to fit in the word class. That was class, Johnny. Real class.
Yeah, but you say it in a negative way, though.
No. Well, I'm trying to use it in, class. There you go. Wally uses these cool words because he's Irish, you know? He's like, oh, that was brilliant. Or like I say something on Twitter, he's like, that's pure class, you know? I'm like, yeah, we don't use these words enough here. Pure class.
I listened to like his phone conversation he had with you. That was fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
Wally should call in every week.
Yeah, Wally, you should call in more often to the live Ringside Report radio shows. I understand it's like 5 a.m. your time, so it might be tough. But it's good to hear from you. It's always good. Anybody should call into those shows. You know, when we're live on TSN 690, call in. We'll talk to you. You can talk to AJ. Call in tonight. We'll be live tonight at some point. I'm not sure when. Johnny was informing me that Ringside Report Radio may be on late tonight. Johnny has to inform me about that stuff, apparently, but...
Because he doesn't know anything about hockey, and yeah, there's a draft tonight, so...
There's a draft.
Yeah.
Like it's windy?
Like they're bringing in new players.
Uh-huh. Yeah. A hockey one.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Game of sticks.
Antoinette's saying, no AJ, let's add Wally. Give AJ the night off. Not a bad idea. Bring Wally in. Get rid of AJ.
Ooh, that sucks for AJ. It's too bad.
I don't like
Is
that.
he out of prison, by the way?
No, AJ was never in
Okay.
prison. He did the show last week. Everything was fine. Rob says, do we take calls for wrestling? Not really, because we're usually... It's like a, you know...
You'll talk about it. I mean, if someone's talking about wrestling, you'll talk about it, no?
Oh, yeah. Like, if you want to... Yeah, for sure. Rob, if you want to call the live Ringside Report radio show and talk wrestling, we'll talk wrestling with you. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, what's going on in the UFC anyways, really? Anything? Is there anything going on? Like, I mean, DC and Stipe are fighting in a couple weeks, and that's pretty cool. And Ganu's going to fight Derek Lewis on that card. That card's going to be sick, UFC 226. But in the meantime, we're kind of like, what's next? What's next?
What's AJ up to lately? That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But yeah. Not really on Wrestling Uncensored, but if you want to call Ringside Report Radio, we'll talk to you about wrestling. Fred loves wrestling. Fred was watching Money in the Bank. He loved the Alexa cash-in. Sasha wants to know, do we watch TakeOver? I watched TakeOver. I thought TakeOver was excellent. I also watched Kizuna Road this week. Some Kizuna Road shows that New Japan was doing. I saw Goto take the Never Openweight Championship back from Michael Elgin, which was kind of surprising because Elgin just took the title from him in a three-way at Dominion. But I did see TakeOver. Did you see TakeOver?
I didn't.
You didn't see TakeOver. You're watching too much 90 Day Fiancé and Total Bellas, and I'd like you to watch a little bit more wrestling, to be honest.
That
like
sounds fine.
Watch TakeOver and watch New Japan. What are you doing? Have you seen Kenny Omega versus Okada yet?
No.
Have you seen Chris Jericho versus Naito yet?
No.
I'm done.
I did watch Money in the Bank this week, Raw and SmackDown.
So? I watched that plus Kizuna Road. And I'm going to talk about the G1 in a second for all you New Japan fans like I am that understand where the real pro wrestling is, that understand where the real pro wrestlers do real work. I'm going to get to the New Japan, the G1, the A block and the B block and the crazy matchups that are coming up in New Japan. My goodness. Sasha says Dominion will be 95% better. 95% will be better than 95% of WWE pay-per-views this year, hands down. I'd say Dominion will be better than 100% of WWE pay-per-views this year.
Money in the Bank was very good.
Dominion was way better. You didn't see it.
Did Dominion have James Ellsworth? I don't think so.
Did Money in the Bank have Chris Jericho? Did Money in the Bank have maybe the greatest match of all time over an hour? Kenny Omega, the #1 wrestler on the planet, and Kazuchika Okada. Everybody's agreeing with me, by the way. Rob, Sasha, they're all agreeing with me.
Was there...
Dominion was #1. Ichiban. Best card of the year by far. Crazy. The only thing that rivals it was Wrestle Kingdom. But I think Dominion was even better. New Japan keeps getting better and better and better. Wally says, Johnny, definitely start watching. It's so good. At first I wasn't sure, but it is incredible.
That's helpful. That's good.
Amy Giraffe says, Johnny, you need to watch it. And Wally says, Swearico.
I think that's Wally's girl, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't know who's who these days, man. There's a lot of people on the YouTube. I can't keep up. And Robert says, Omega at Slammiversary? I don't think so. I think Omega's exclusive to New Japan. But, you know, Omega, you know his catchphrase, change the world, you never know.
Man, if Omega's at Slammiversary, that's in Toronto. Oh, it took you a while to realize that, but okay.
When's Slammiversary?
Like July something? Late July?
Who would he work?
Well, I would think Austin Aries, no? Would make sense.
Okay. Well, if they announce that, hey, who's that guy? Hey, I just saw a guy.
I missed it. Too bad.
You didn't see that guy?
No, I missed it. Oh, there he is. What's up, little guy?
What's up, little guy? Little guy's over here.
It's like a little David.
Hey, should I bring him on?
You could if you want. I have no problem with it. Oh, he's a little scared though, I think. Look over.
Grab this thing. Uh-oh. Cameo. Ah!
The second one ever. Hey,
Cameo.
what's up? I know.
Little
That's
man.
Big. I know. Really big.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the show for a while. Little Zev. The little man. It's his birthday this weekend. He's going to be 1. So this is his cameo for his first birthday on the Wrestling Uncensored pre-show.
I know. I know.
We should get back to New Japan talk, Zev. All right, buddy?
I don't know. He likes to look at my biceps a lot, though. I don't know.
Yeah, he's impressed. He's like, what kind of man is this?
I know. One day, Zev. One day, we'll go to the gym.
All right, buddy. All right, say bye. Say
He
bye,
likes
Zev.
that microphone, though.
Yeah, he does like the mic.
Did you like your present I got you? Yeah?
Yeah, did you see your ball? Johnny North got him a France-Russia 2018 World Cup soccer ball. It is sweet. Zev likes soccer. He's a France fan like I am. His birthday is the 24th of June, this Sunday. It'll be his first birthday. He's turning 1.
Hit it away.
All right. Zevy. There he goes. There he goes.
Bye, Zev.
Oh, bye, buddy. I'll see you later.
Bye, Zev.
Oh, he's mad. He liked being on the show. Oh, he's really mad.
Yeah, you're going to pay for that one now.
Yeah, he's mad. Well, I'll put him on YouTube later. He'll have his own show one day. And, give him his Fred Owens toy. Yeah, he does like the Fred Owens. Anthony dubbed him Fred Owens. Little Fred. Mini Fred.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was my boy doing a little cameo on the show.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
again, happy birthday.
Yeah, man. He's going to turn 1. He's a good man. And Wally says Zeb, Z-E-B. It's actually Zev, Z-E-V. It's a V, Wally. Just so we're clear.
Sometimes we call him Zevy.
Zevy, yeah, Z-E-V-Y. Sometimes. But officially, his name is Zev. That's his official name. Oh, it's his iPhone. It's one of those gimmicks. I didn't name him after Zeb Coulter, just in case anybody wants to know. I didn't name my son after that short-lived Dutch Mantel gimmick in the WWE. That would be weird. That would be a weird move. So New Japan, the G1. Should we get back into it? It's just the best wrestling, John. It's the best. It's the best thing that's going on in professional wrestling, and you're missing out. And if Kenny Omega is indeed going to wrestle at Slammiversary in Toronto, I may have to make my way to Toronto. Depends who he's working, though. But the G1 is coming up. It's a month-long tournament, okay? It features all the top talent in New Japan.
Okay.
It will run from July 14th to August 12th, and there are 2 blocks. Okay, so there's A block and there's B block. Uh, the the way it works is it's a round robin tournament, so everybody wrestles each other.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 points for a win, 1 point for a time limit draw. Every match is a 30-minute time limit.
Okay.
So if you go 30 minutes and nobody wins, you get a point. If you lose, you get 0 points, and if you win, you get 2 points. Right?
All right.
And in both blocks, everybody wrestles each other over the month. And then at the end, the winner of A block, the guy who's got the most points, and the guy who's got the most points in B block, they wrestle each other in the final. And then the winner of that is the winner of the G1.
Okay. Huh.
So it's not like, a tournament where it's like brackets, and
Right.
It's not that type of tournament at all. Okay, so first you got to wrap your head around that, how it works. Okay? But it's a cool format because, in a bracket tournament, not everybody winds up wrestling each other. You just have certain matchups. In this format, everybody wrestles each other, so you wind up with some crazy matchups. Like, for example, the first night in B block, Tetsuya Naito will wrestle Kenny Omega.
Wow.
Naito, Omega, Ibushi, Kota Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr., Sanada, Hiroki Goto, Juice Robinson, Tama Tonga, Toru Yano, and Tomohiro Ishii are all B block. So all those guys will wind up wrestling each other once by the end of this thing. And that means that Kenny Omega will wind up wrestling not only Tetsuya Naito, but also his tag team partner in the Golden Lovers, Kota Ibushi. And that match will take place, I think, at the end of this thing, on the last night, just before the finals. It'll be the main event, August 11th in Tokyo. Ibushi versus Omega. Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Wow, this is a very long tournament.
Yeah, it's a month long.
Yeah.
And there are many, many matches and many events. But man, the matchups are going to be incredible. A block has Togi Makabe, Yoshihashi, Bad Luck Fale, Hangman Page, Michael Elgin, Evil, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Minoru Suzuki, Kazuchika Okada, and Jay White. So Okada will wind up wrestling Suzuki, Tanahashi, Bad Luck Fale. I mean, Suzuki's going to wind up wrestling all these guys, which is really cool. Like, Suzuki and Hangman Page is going to happen. Suzuki and Michael Elgin is going to be ridiculous. Suzuki Togi Makabe is going to be real solid. Suzuki Jay White is going to be real interesting. The tournament is awesome. The matches that we're going to have. I mean, just for example, on one card, July 26th, it'll be Tetsuya Naito versus Tama Tonga. Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. Juice Robinson versus Kenny Omega. And Kota Ibushi against Sanada. It's a great card.
Yeah?
They're killing it every night for a month. If you're ever going to sign up for New Japan World, now would be the time. I've already got my subscription. Pay every month automatically because I don't ever want to stop watching this stuff. It is the best wrestling on the planet.
So here's my question for you. Besides this, when's Chris Jericho's next appearance?
I don't know.
He won the championship.
Yeah.
Clearly there's going to be another one.
He's not in the G1, so it's not going to be until at least, I'd say September.
Wow.
Maybe October. I don't know.
And Ray? Is Ray done, or what's going on with Ray?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
I think it's kind of months away. Jericho is months away. It's not going to happen for a while. Getting some comments here on YouTube. Wally says, the G1 will be a great way to get into it. Watch that and you're going to be hooked. Rob says, didn't Naito win the G1 last year? I don't know. Did Naito win the G1 last year? I don't really know. Like, I only really started watching New Japan because of Chris Jericho.
So Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of following it loosely. You know, once in a while you hear about Kenny Omega wrestling Okada, and you'd watch that, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. But I don't know who won the G1 last year. Like, I'm a New Japan fan. I'm not gonna, lie to anybody about that. And then Rob says the winner headlines Wrestle Kingdom. Oh, that's cool.
Huh?
So the winner of the G1 headlines Wrestle Kingdom, I guess. Against who, though? How does that work? Like, what if Kenny Omega winds up winning? If he's the champion, how does that work? I don't really understand. Like, I'm still new to this New Japan thing, and I know that after about a year, I'll have figured it all out. Like, their format and how it works.
Right.
Because, you go through a full calendar year of events, just like in the WWE, you figure it out after about a year. You're like, oh, okay, I see how this format works. But I'm still new to New Japan, and I love it. It's great. So much fun. You got to get into it, man.
Eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I got a subscription for what? Christmas? Because I wanted to watch Wrestle Kingdom. Because I knew Chris Jericho was going to wrestle Kenny Omega. And I've been hearing so much about this Naito and Okada and all these great matches that they're having over there. And I'm like, man, I got to get into this stuff. And I did. And I haven't looked back. I am addicted to it.
First things first, I got to watch all the episodes of What's Fandom in Japan. And then that'll help catch me up to what's been going on. And then we'll see. Watch a couple of the matches.
Yeah. You haven't even listened to What's Fandom in Japan. Rob Clue says Phantom loves Hangman. He really does. He likes Hangman Page a lot. He thinks Hangman's great. I do too. I think he's fantastic. And then New Japan's doing that show at the Cow Palace in San Francisco in like early July. And that's going to be at a normal time for us. It's not going to be at like 3 in the morning. Maybe you should come over and watch that, and we'll do a post show.
Sounds like a plan.
That might happen. It's in the works. I'll figure out exactly what time that show's going to be on, and maybe we do that. That'll be your introduction to New Japan. Cody challenging Kenny Omega for the NJPW, the IWGP heavyweight title.
Right. Oh, that's a solid main event.
Wally wants to know if you enjoyed your night out with Phantom. Yeah, you watched the Money in the Bank pay-per-view with Phantom. So it was like a Wrestling Uncensored meets What's Phantom in Japan crisscross over there. Except I wasn't even there.
Yeah, you weren't there.
I did the post show with my brother, which you can see on YouTube and check out on our website, ringsidereport.net.
It was a lot of fun, and I tweeted that it probably made Money in the Bank a lot more enjoyable because watching with Phantom, getting his perspective on things. He's wrestled Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens before, so it's just nice to get his feelings on things. And he felt it was going to be Braun Strowman, by the way, winning Money in the Bank before it even happened.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, man, a guy that big, how can he lose? Obviously, he thinks like that because he's kind of like a Braun Strowman here in Quebec, so I get his philosophy on it, but he was right.
Yeah, well, he knows his wrestling. He knows exactly what he's talking about. And it made sense, man. Braun Strowman's getting a big push. Sasha says, my brother was awesome. He thought he did great.
He was.
Maybe my brother should get his own wrestling show.
Yeah, if he takes over the post shows, it's not.
Well, he's gonna be doing a lot more post shows going forward for sure. Wally says, great seeing my brother on it. Yeah, for sure. He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on more often. He listens to all the episodes of Wrestling Uncensored, and we go to all the wrestling shows together. Like, my brother and I are big wrestling fans. Like, as much as I'm a wrestling fan, he's, like, right there with me. Except he's not watching New Japan either, and it's pissing me off because we talk wrestling all the time, and I'm like, just watch New Japan so I can talk to you about this, and I'm just on him about the G1 and about Dominion and about all this stuff, and I see his eyes glaze over. You wouldn't care. So there's a message to my brother. I know you're watching this or you're going to be listening to this later. Watch New Japan or else I will take it out on you. He's my younger brother. He knows what I'm talking about. That's a threat. That is a threat.
I know you were kind of upset because he was reading the comments on the YouTube and
yeah.
He wasn't allowed to.
No, he's not allowed to. You're not allowed to either.
Okay.
Because, It's a format, John. Stick to the format.
I don't think I ever have. I never thought about doing it. So, but it's nice to know that it upsets you a bit doing that.
Yeah, that was a big deal on that show. It was fun. A little bit of a fight that broke out.
Yeah,
Did you watch it or did you listen to it? You watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't condone the violence. I don't think that's the answer ever. It shouldn't be. But clearly you think differently, Mr. MMA.
Aren't you a pro wrestling guy?
Entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. Sports entertainment. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Something's going on with our YouTube show. Did we freeze? I don't think so. I mean, we're still going here, right? But it looks a little gimmicky. Like the comments are kind of stopped. Maybe we should stop this thing altogether.
Unless people have last comments. If you can get this refreshed at all.
Yeah, I don't know. We're having a technical issue here.
Well, as long as we're still somewhat live, I got one more little thing. Because I missed Father's Day for you, so I had this for you to give you. I know how much you love cock, so there you go.
What is this?
I believe that's the current
No
one. If I'm not mistaken.
way. No way.
See, I know he likes cock. See, look at his excitement over cock. So much excitement.
You got me the current France World Cup jersey?
Yeah, you don't have it, right? You only have 2006.
No, I don't have it.
Thank goodness. Oh, that's... Ugh.
I love this guy.
Relax.
I love this guy.
Yeah, that's good.
This is my guy right here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
no touch is a lot more appropriate.
What
No
a
touch.
good guy.
I wouldn't mind if we're not on still.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so much. This is too much. Unbelievable.
It is.
This guy.
Amazing.
This guy is the best guy. This unbelievable.
I'm well aware.
What a guy. Let me see if we can get the YouTube comments back on.
I think you'll be able to, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Class. That is
Always
class.
I know.
Pure class. We got the YouTube comments back going. We're all good. Oh, yeah. The golden cock of France. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody's saying how nice it is. Amy, which you were correct. I think that is Wally's girlfriend. She says it looks class. It does look class. Bloody class. You say that? Bloody class? Is that too much? I don't know.
A little extreme, but Extreme Rules is coming up next. So.
Wants me to talk about the World Cup. The World Cup has been exciting. Losing yesterday to, that country, Croatia. The Croatians,
Yes.
That was crazy. Mexico beating Germany, also crazy. It's wild, man. It's wild what's happening. Brazil played this morning, but I missed it. I was asleep. They won? Who'd they play?
Who'd they play? Costa Rica, I think.
And France is doing well. They're 2-0. On to the knockout stages. Everything's going well. France is going to win the World Cup.
They got one more game before the knockout, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're, they've qualified.
Yeah.
No matter what happens. They could lose to Denmark. They're still qualifying. It doesn't matter.
That's good.
They're going through. They're winning the World Cup. It's all good. And Russia doing pretty good, too. Like, I'm telling you, don't count Russia out. I know people think Russia, like soccer, come on, they have no chance. But it's in Russia. Vladimir Putin, you never know what might happen. If you watch the movie Icarus, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't watched that movie, check it out on Netflix. Very, very good documentary about doping and how Russians are really good at it.
Okay.
They know how to cheat. If anybody's good at cheating in their home country, it's Mother Russia. Pogmohan, pronounced Pogmahone. Pogmahone is Irish for kiss my ass. You can say that in Canada and people won't know. That's a tip from Wally. I don't know why he's giving us that tip, but take that, John.
Okay.
You can do an Irish gimmick.
I think Wally does it the best.
Antoinette says, Johnny deserves to read comments for that shirt, Dave.
I guess. I don't find the comments are that big of a deal. I don't understand why that had to be a thing, but I think that's a Simon issue, in my opinion. It is, because it's not a Johnny North issue, that's for sure.
Why are you dissing the comments?
I'm not dissing the comments, but you want that's your thing. That's what you do.
Okay, we have a public service announcement. Rob says if anyone finds a small dog near St. Rock and Lackady, it belongs to Jimmy G. Yes, that Jimmy G. Okay, I have a lot of questions. A, why do you know about this dog, Rob? And he says the comments add spice to the show. I agree, Rob. I like the comments. I like interacting with people. John, why are you dissing the Wrestling Uncensored universe?
I'm not. It's your thing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
all right, it's cool.
It's not my thing.
How do you know about this Jimmy G thing? And Jimmy G is a guy that works at TSN. He's a very odd man. Shout out to you, Jimmy G. I know you're not watching or listening to this. I could bury Jimmy right now, but I'm not going to.
Jimmy's a nice guy. I like Jimmy.
All right. Rob says he's friends with Jimmy G. We played Cosm together. So, Rob, you know about Jimmy G, right? He's like, he's a character, right? You know what I'm saying?
He likes wrestling. I like people who like wrestling.
He does like wrestling, but he. Wally says, shout out to Muscles Marco and AJ. Yeah, big shout out to them. Muscles Marco got a Twitter. Check him out on Twitter. I forget what it is, but I'll plug it. Yeah, I told him to get Twitter
right
on the show last week, and he got one.
He followed me, I know.
Did you follow him?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, Muscles Marco will be on the show tonight. I'll be on the show tonight. Fred, AJ, the whole crew. Maybe Johnny North will stop in, but probably not. Probably not. Rob says Jimmy's a character. You couldn't make a lot of that up, and I agree. Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy is like too much, man. He comes in. I see him a lot around, the radio station, and oh man, it's an experience with Jimmy G. Jimmy the Genius. Any final questions, comments here? The pre-show's running long. We got to get to some other stuff, other business.
The show itself.
The Wrestling Uncensored show, which will air on TSN 690 tomorrow night, and then on the podcast, WrestlingUncensored.net, on iTunes, and on this very YouTube channel, because all our shows automatically get uploaded to YouTube. So you could just subscribe to YouTube and have everything there. It's pretty easy. We make it very easy for you to find these shows. So there you go. Rob says he tries to volunteer a lot with stray animals and help when he can. Good man, Rob. One of my cats was a stray. She just started living in my backyard, so I said, all right, you live with me now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Take care of animals. They need you. They're helpless. All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks for commenting. Rob, Antoinette, Wally, Amy, Andy for checking in. Sasha. Man, it was a lot. It's like almost too many to mention. I'm trying to get to the top to get to all the things, but I can't because there's been so many comments. So thanks to everybody for watching and commenting, and thanks to you, Johnny North, for this sweet jersey. This is amazing. Can't believe it. Johnny North's birthday coming up July 10th?
That's correct.
July 10th. I finally got it.
Best day in the world.
July 10th. So I've got that circled on my calendar. I'm not sure what to get you.
Get me everything. That works.
All right. This has been the Wrestling Uncensored pre-show. Thanks, everybody.